Yo, nation and mining family, what's going on? So
That was
we've
weird.
we've
I
got
muted all my stuff before, and then it still played it anyway. And I was like, what? And then I muted it, and it still didn't stop. It still didn't stop it. And I was like, just turn off.
so
Stop already.
right.
Goodness.
So tonight, guys, we have part 2 to the FPGA water block build. Yo.
Yeah. So back at it. Took me 2 trips to Ace Hardware to get the right screws because I got the wrong one the first time. It was a good practice round.
Right. He was practicing. He's like, he needed to make sure he knew where the store was.
Yeah.
I mean that was essential.
It was very essential. I had to make sure that I knew what I was doing, knew where I was going. Everything was good to go. So we're good now. Got all the pieces of the puzzle. I hope.
Right.
Just checking stuff. So yeah, I hope it's good. He goes, "Is it going to be another 2-hour live stream?" Shouldn't be.
We're hoping
We got
not.
a lot of the hard work done last time.
Right. Today's
I did a couple of things while, like I pre-drilled some holes for the pump, and I put on the reservoir, so that way those kind of stuff I could easily just set there. And the pump I put on there, and I was like, oh, I'll just leave that for later. And then when I drilled the holes for it, I was like, oh, that's gonna be a pain. I'll just put that in now, and save myself the awkward struggles.
Yeah, now you know why I did the same thing. I start like before I did the build, I took everything, laid it all out, kind of had an idea of what I was wanting to do, and then I was like, what am I gonna do with my pump and reservoir setup? I'm like, it don't fit here. If I fit this here, I can't put another power supply in.
Right.
I'm like, oh great, so now it's got to go on the outside of it, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna sit there and drill this on camera. You know how loud that's gonna be? Oh, people's poor eardrums.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this now, so I don't have to worry about it. And yeah, so,
Yo, Dan the Dane, thank you. If it's yeah, that's right. It is late for you. He's like, it's 3 a.m. It's like that is a awesome guy right there.
right. So yeah, I got my drill this time, just to speed some things up, somewhat anyway, without going too crazy.
Right.
So all we really have left to do on this is radiator.
Ooh.
I guess that's
Ooh.
get that out. Go ahead and do this. There we go. So there's this, good to go. As you can see, I found the other bracket. Upon looking for my other standoffs, I was like, oh, hey, look, there's the bracket, right where I would have left it in the first place. So found that all the fans are facing the other way. I have the other screws in them right now for just mocking up purposes. So basically what we're going to go for is we're going to mount it just like that. This one fan right here is just going to be helping cool this area. The PC will be over here, so it'll help use some of that air. That's basically all we can do in this situation. It's either over here or it's going to be all the way over here. Mainly because there's with the way that this thing is shaped right here and how it's kind of like offset.
Yeah, it's like a car radiator, so it's got what they call side tanks.
Yeah, and so like with that being the way it is with the T2 frame, they're not really open. It's just that flat bar on this side.
Yeah.
So it's like right in the way to have this on this side, which I'm kind of bummed out about. So at this point, we're just gonna have to put it over here, run one hose straight over here into the reservoir. And this other hose will just come from right over here, probably from the CPU, is where it's going to come out at, I would assume.
Well, it depends on how you're routing it. Are you going to be running one hose to both pieces and then both pieces to one hose? or are you just looping everything through itself? No junction blocks.
What do you mean, like no?
That little square piece you've got. So
I'm gonna use those.
Well, then you're only you're talking 2 into 1 and 1 to 2.
Yeah, whatever.
So the radiator's gonna get the exit off of both of them.
Right. That sounds about right.
And you're not looping it, so like however warm the CPU gets, it's gonna warm up the coolant before it gets to the FPGA. And if you let the FPGA breathe the furnace onto the CPU, you might start having like random glitching issues because the CPU might be getting too warm.
Right.
Depending on what you're doing with it. Now, if it's just sitting there idling and the only process that's going is that, but if you find a bit stream that you can go, oh yeah, I can fire up XMR rig on here, start mining on the CPU, and all of a sudden you notice that both pieces are breathing fire.
The screw holes match up without the fans mounted.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
So
these,
the radiators, the radiator he's using is the same radiator you would use for a normal PC. So
right.
the fans will mount up in squares, and they just mount even on my normal radiator. I've got a 280 mil radiator. So I've got the larger fans on there, and the frames are just butted up. I mean, when you look at them, the screw holes are right next to each other.
Yeah, because I mean, you see, like this literally fits a 120 millimeter fan.
Right.
So that's how this would even stay up here, is because of this hole, and then these. You're basically skipping this one.
No, you can use all of them.
Nope. Hold on. It would be.
Oh, you're using all of them, buddy.
All I'm skipping is this fan.
You're just skipping one fan because it's a 3-fan, not a 4-fan radiator.
Correct. Yeah, so this fan gets skipped. This fan's holes, and then I just go straight to here.
Yep.
And do it that way, and I just replace these black screws that are on these fans, like on the fan pieces, with some screws that I went out and got, and I have some extra pieces put onto them to make sure they're not too long. There's not enough. It was a nightmare.
Yeah,
they were either too short or too long.
Because what they end up doing with this stuff is they custom grind the screws.
Right. Hope it's not too loud for you. Probably is. Sorry, not sorry. Right next to the microphone.
You only hear it for a brief moment. The microphone tries to cancel out.
It tries to get it quick enough.
It tries. It's like, I will give a valiant try.
Right. Yeah, it's a Beta frame, but it's a Beta T2 frame, not a regular Beta frame. What in the world? So yeah. What we'll do is those there, and then we'll just even these two.
Oh yeah. Three fans are getting dismantled real fast.
That wasn't good. I thought.
Panda. Oh, we got panda. Panda.
Panda. All right, back to work. So, what's up, Panda? Yes, smash the like button. All that awesome goodness. What? I was like, you're screwing out now, dude. I don't know why you're struggling.
Why are you just struggling over there?
Yeah, it's whatever. It's like seems to be the going theme right now for me.
Man, that thing's like while. It's like, I'm not that strong. Please,
I'm trying to like quietly do it. I'm not trying to like full force it. Because I want to like not kill y'all's eardrums. But this is why I usually use hand tools. Just so I don't have to combat my noise. But I really didn't want to do that fan without them. So I was like, those things take forever to get out. So now we don't have any of these screws. So they use a 19 inch. For what? However, the 6 GPs I'm advancing to 8 now. It's crazy, right? All those stay, that one stays as it is. Alright, so. So how is everybody's Monday doing, guys? It's not a normal day for me to be live streaming or them to be live streaming. So everybody's doing good. These are screws that I had to go get. Was like these really long ones, and then I just have rubber, like little rubber washers, just because they're too long. And I was like, well, it's either too short or they're too long, and then I just combat it with a rubber washer. And I was like, yeah, rubber washer, and it will help with vibration.
it would if you were worried about noise.
That's like the going thought in my head. I was like, hey, it'll help with vibration too, instead of just being like.
I instead of fighting them all like that, I would almost. Well, I guess you could do it that way. I would have done. Yeah, whatever. It's just whatever.
Just fumble around. Forget which piece goes to which now.
It does. The triangle looking pieces are.
I meant these ones for like here.
You'll be able to tell.
Yeah, I'll get to that part later. So what's going on? It's louder than FPGA. I don't know about louder than FPGA grids. I know you're commenting over there on my channel. Oh, I just totally did that. It's like, why did that one feel so long-winded? He's just waiting for. Spent the whole day waiting for this broadcast and editing a video. Nice, Unknown Crypto. Well, I appreciate you, sticking around and waiting and hanging out all day. You know what I mean?
Right.
Believe me, I'm ready to get this thing done and over with too. Oh, does anybody have any questions?
Hey, did you
questions?
forget a triangle piece?
Huh?
Did you forget a triangle piece there?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, stop doing that! Don't do that.
Don't do it again. I won't forget it this time.
And Dan's like, is that the cooler from the build the other night? And yes, it is.
Yep, same cooler. So freezer mod cooler is the brand. said, why didn't you tell us? I guess Unknown Crypto's been doing videos, which I've been subbed to his channel.
Huh.
Red's like, what? Well,
Not your white one.
oh, there was only 2 in there. I wanted to show him in the 2 that I needed, not a 3rd one. It's whatever. It's fine. Yeah, there's always probably still more out there. I found one the other day that was pointed out to me. Who he has a lot of videos of coin mines. I thought about reaching out to the guy and being like, "Hey, buddy, it's like
Oh, the Wolf
like,
of Crypto or whatever."
No, there was. I forget his name. I'll have to look it up at a later time. But he has a couple videos. He has like a couple of them now. I was like, what? Red flag. Bad news bears, man.
Right.
So yes, there is more. There are more YouTubers out there. That's for sure.
Man, people are going to look back at these videos in like, 20, 30 years and be like, man, they had it rough. Had to do all this weird configurations and water blocking. What is this stuff? Nowadays, we just plug these boxes in. Bink.
Plug in these boxes and we're good to go.
Put your wallets in and good to go.
Self-overclock and don't do nothing. You just say, hey, low power mode, high hash mode.
Right.
They're over there running scripts to like run their miners and stuff. That's just insane. Is that right? Red Pen. This is Red Pen ain't got no time for cable management.
That's how you get stuff wild out of the market,
That's how you get things done. What is this one?
And Unknown Crypto is his channel the one that's got like the Aeon mask and the bee over the front of his face for his logo? Unknown official YouTube channel.
That's interesting. That one just refuses to do anything. Huh. Doesn't even thread in.
Just a Bitcoin logo.
Huh. Interesting. Well, looks like we're about to rock without one.
What?
This one like won't screw into the thing.
What do you mean?
It just won't. It just won't.
Try putting a different screw in there. Either that screw's messed up, or the hole for the fan is messed up. Because if all the rest of them screw in,
They all screwed in with that. What do I do with the other ones? Yeah, like one more spare.
oh, Chris Anderson! Yo, what's up?
Oh, buddy. Please use a power tool. I had a power tool, man, but I stopped using it because it was just loud. Oh, that one. That one went in. Okay. It went in without it. Uh-oh. Like the rubber didn't like stop any of the other ones. Well, I went and bought screws, so I only bought one extra. So if I have one left over, that means I did something right because I had one left over. One does not want to. Personal opinion.
Man, you're struggling over there.
Hey, you just sit over there and drink your drink. And
I am, and I get to troll you a little bit now. The struggle's real.
What in the world? I am very confused at this point.
You said the other screw went in?
Yeah, then I tried this one again and it went in without the plastic piece in the way.
That means you have an alignment issue somewhere.
They're all screwed in except for this one. I don't know how.
It could have taken up a weird slack in there, and with that yellow piece, it won't let the screw get over to where the hole is properly. So you need to now unloosen all of them until you have them all in and tightened down.
Doesn't make any sense. I mean, it makes sense, but
You never tighten everything down until it's all in place. Just unloosen all the fans attached to the radiator. Just loosen them all up.
they're not all like super tight.
It's
Yeah.
just enough to start wedging them in, though. Wiggle out around the fan until you feel it drop into the hole a little bit. Because if you know that it goes into the hole, it's just an alignment issue.
I mean, you could feel it went in last time.
Make sure it's truly going in. And I can hear it clicking.
I think that one's like not any good.
But if the screw still screws in without the yellow piece, it's an alignment issue.
No, it's like not going in at all. You're gonna start all over again. Oh, wait, it went in right there. No, it isn't. It feels like it does.
Right. That's what I think. I think you're missing it.
No, like it's going all the way down, but you can feel like I'm just pulling it right back out. Like the threads aren't there.
Oh. I'd pull the fan off just to double check. That's just me.
We're not starting again.
All I do is just undo one fan.
No. Big D minor. Says we'll happily pay for shipping if you pick me up. Thread a motherboard riser into. If it won't. There's nothing there.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh man, they effed that up.
Haven't had ears.
They effed that all up. Hey, what's going on, Jay? Yo.
I do have like a little bit enough for this.
It's like just in case.
No, I just can't get in there. Where's my knife?
Whoa, whoa. That opened up with authority.
There's like a magnet. My blade is magnetized. I shall win this.
Just get one right into that corner first.
Yeah. Nope.
Little off there.
No, I was right. Just didn't work out the way I expected it to.
Because it's just spinning.
Yeah. Just spinning. Just spinning and like pressing an indentation down. So I'm not doing that anymore.
That's a bummer. I would almost still put that in there, even if it's a through hole, just so it had somewhat, because technically it shouldn't really come out anyway.
Yeah.
But at least it's got something there to help hold the corner in.
Kind of a bummer though.
Yeah, that is kind of a bummer.
Like you can see the threads too, but they're just like the hole looks a little
Bigger, yeah.
Just a hair. And I don't have like any screws that are long enough and just a tad bit bigger.
Don't use the. Are you using that one extra long one that you had originally?
No?
I thought you had a longer one for the fans.
Like this one?
Yeah, like the one for your PC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we might be able to go with it without the other piece. Sir?
Yeah, that means that one's been stripped out. It wasn't like the machine that made the threads might have just yanked up before it was all the way backed out. That sucks.
Oh, just too big. Or just the old.
Yeah.
Throw one.
It's not gonna work.
I don't think it will either. Brain surgery.
It looks like Chris's computer's been hijacked.
Dang. Keep your stuff locked, Chris.
It's not safe.
Not safe at all.
Right? Having issues over there. Got some serious technical difficulties.
A little bit. Fuck it.
Yeah, you get to make a tally for yourself.
It's fine.
It's like, fine. I'll take it.
Stupid. Hurts my feelers.
Hurts me right in the feels.
It does, man.
That's a bummer. All the other holes are made properly except for one. One of these aren't like the rest.
One of these things is not like the other.
Right?
One of these things is broken.
Right.
That one doesn't work, then I'm gonna take this washer. Somehow I was short one washer.
I don't know why you went through all that trouble taking one off. You just needed to swap screws.
This was a shorter one.
Oh.
I didn't do it without a purpose.
man, the motherboard and the power supply is a good color combination.
Yeah, man, it worked out nice, right?
Right?
That's what I was saying. I was like, oh, wow. Oh, cool. I feel it. More than one of these just, like, pull the screw out. I just felt the two threads pop out. Great.
Nice.
So it's not just that. They're all just cheap.
So we found out why certain ones are better than the other.
Great. Fantastic. I'm just gonna let this one sit in here.
That's what I'm saying. Just for the weight load.
Yeah, it's gonna press against it. So.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, it's like a peg still. I mean, pegs still support weight.
Here, irks my nerve though.
Yeah. Now we know why their setup was a little bit less, you know.
Yeah. Do the panda thing.
Oh,
We can't do this one-handed thing, man.
Panda.
Panda. Props to you and your one-handedness. It's a gift. It's a gift from GPU Jesus. Embrace it. Cherish it.
Man, nobody helped me with it, with my build, man. That radiator was big and just kind of bulky.
Dude, imagine yours was like way worse.
Oh, God.
Got here. Already. Got here, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, for some reason my one cat loves to sleep in the mining room, and he's like the most shedding one. He also loves to pluck his fur out for every once in a while, for no reason, and that stuff gets everywhere. Crypto mining lifer's like, sounds like my dog. Looks firm.
I hope so.
Yours is a lot lighter than mine. Mine's like double to almost triple the thickness.
Right.
Don't over tighten it, it's fragile.
No, it was this in-fan ones because they're using the black pieces.
Every once in a while, it does happen.
Alright, so there's that.
Chris's little ones, like the thing you looks like a fan cover, a fan with a weird cover. It's actually a radiator, like what's in a car.
Yo.
And what the fans are doing is it's simulating that said car's radiator driving down the highway at 40 miles an hour.
Would have loved to somehow put this in here. Don't think it'll happen because the radiator's in the way. It stops it. I got little ones. They got fingers.
I guess they're gonna learn about them fingers. Oh. Yeah, you're not gonna do that again, are you? When's the next time you're gonna touch that fan while it's moving? Never.
I can put that in the touch. Well, wish them the best.
Yeah, that's the 360 millimeter radiator.
Yeah. Yes, sir. 360 mil. A little bit closer. Here's what I did with the reservoir. Just kind of sitting right here. The pump is mounted down here. This is the. This one blows the air out, so the outlet, right? So this goes. We're gonna go from here to like there or whatever, right?
There to the splitter.
This feeds out of the pump. So
Yeah, so you'll be going there to the splitter to the FPGA and the CPU.
right. The out, like the piece that doesn't have, that sucks in, goes into the reservoir.
Yeah. It's going to siphon from the reservoir and push through the system. And you do have like the fill port facing up, right?
There is no, the fill port it screws off.
No. You're not going to fill it standing up like that. You're going to fill it where it's sitting right now. So, on the other side of the reservoir, there should be two holes.
Yeah.
The top one's going to be your fill port.
Well, this is not going to be fun.
So, with that being said, because you got to make sure that the hose that's going to back to the pump is submerged in fluid, and you got to know what level it's at, so that
Thank
you can.
everybody. Everybody says it's a pretty clean looking build.
Oh yeah, very clean. Oh, giggity.
Yeah, I'm trying. And granted, these are all wires for the hold up the power supply.
But you're gonna want to make sure that you fill up the reservoir above the hose.
Like above the hose line that's over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. So above this line.
Right. So that's gonna be your return to the pump. That's gonna go to the pump. So you got to make sure that you fill above that hose.
Above that line.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody else can see this. Oh, I guess you can't because the stick is in the way. Well, so there's a hole right here, of course. Everybody maybe be able to see it.
You turn it just a little. There you go.
There's this hole right here, and this hole is going to go loop straight out
Into the pump.
into this hole right there. Under there. Under there.
I mean, you can fill it from the top, but you're gonna be like tilting the thing over, pouring, setting it back down, turning it on, tipping it up, pouring into it, setting it back down, turning it on until you burp the system out.
Yeah. Well, see, The only other funnel I have is for oil, and I've used it for oil,
Yeah.
and I'm not doing that.
Right.
And the other funnel we had for the kitchen, the kids broke not but like a week ago. For water experiments for science.
Oh, nice. Yes, everybody, smash that lizardy like button.
We'll definitely figure this one out. So it'll be fun. We'll figure it out.
Right, I mean, you could sit there and you're just going to be tilting it up and down a lot to get, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. Figure it out. This motherboard's a little different though. So it's got it's got an 8-pin for CPU over at the top. Then there's a 4-pin over here too. EATX 12 volt. What? What in the world is that? I've never seen it have like multiple plugs for a CPU. That a thing?
Yeah, my motherboard's got 2 8-pins for it.
This is of an 8 and a 4.
Yep. You got to plug both of them in.
Hooey.
It's like, oh yeah, this is going to take a lot of juice.
Cool. I'll do that. So where to begin? Should I run all my powers real fast? All that tucked out of the way.
Yeah. That's pretty much what I did. I plugged everything in, had it all routed the way I wanted to route, and then started worrying about where the hoses were going to lie after that.
Right.
This way you've got all the power routed and all that good stuff. And then, did you get that piece to power cycle?
No.
Okay.
They didn't have.
Alright. You're just gonna...
I was out of luck, man.
Yep, you're just gonna have to carefully burp the system.
You want to move this over there. I don't want to get it like too close to the reservoir. I wish I could put it like right here. There's no holes right there, but that's where I want it. It's like the perfect spot for it. So I go right here. Like teetering on one.
That tells me that upper bracket's backwards.
No. The holes are right here.
No. What the risers are sitting on.
Down there?
Yeah. If they're not lining, they should be lined up off the risers.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they do. There's no risers. There's no holes or spot right here.
Oh, that's not even a GPU slot. Okay.
No. That's where I want it, though. Ideally, that's where I would want it. But it looks like I'm not going to win that one. So, right here it'll go. He said Linus was filling his up with the sink last time. You know what? I'm probably going to do it. It'll be really ineffective. I'll just plug the finger, one of the spots with my finger. You know? No? I don't know, man. That'll be an interesting one.
You're just gonna tilt it up and burp the system.
So, there we go. That's right where I want it.
You're not needing to worry about airflow through the radiator. And then you'll just to get the level perfect, you're just gonna tilt it up, pour a little more in, zero level is.
Right. Not even.
Ozzy Bogan is like, just drill some holes where you want it.
Would have done that earlier today if I would have realized that part. I just didn't think about that part, I guess. It's a weird layout for pins.
Yeah, it is a little different. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Oh, wait until you play with the 24 pin.
Oh, I seen that.
That's a goofy one.
I seen that. That one was a little strange. I was like, what?
Oh, for anybody out there, he basically bought this one up off of me. So I've actually got another one, so I already know the power supply. It's a thermal take, 1200 watt gold series power supply, and the way that they do like their cable management is a little different than everybody else. Let's just say that. So the 24 pin, they've got it on separated on the power supply on the two different power rails completely, and just a weird configuration where everybody else usually because they usually are split on the power supply, but most power supply companies keep those pins together. Must be some weird patent that they can't do it like that. They're like, no, we're gonna do it like this, and it's now ours. I have no idea. It's weird.
Only that one. Brother.
Dig deep, you are not kidding when it comes down to that. He's like, it's so hard getting capital around here to get moving, but it's a slow roll. Most certainly. Uh-oh. We got Mr. Gundy in his house, and he's already making tally marks.
So I put myself down one for earlier.
And we got an FA going on in the chat. Yes, everybody, FA, smash the FA.
Yeah, no, he didn't miss it. Did not miss it. Not this time.
Crypto mining lifers, he's like, just keep reinvesting your mine crypto into more mining equipment. But what happens if you do what I did, and I did that, and you start tripping the main breaker in your house?
And then you run out of power. What do you do then?
Right. I'll let you know, I was tripping the main breaker at the house. All it took was turning the microwave on. Stop using my precious power. It's my precious. Oh yeah, we got that FA in the chat because it's rated fucking awesome. I'll take that.
Let's blow up.
Chris Sanders like
janky.
Oh yeah.
Where's my CPU at?
Man, it's there. If it's not there, it's because you lost it now. I made sure. I made sure.
I know where it is.
You better.
But the other one.
Because you got two of them.
Let's see. Where are these stupid motherboard connectors?
Oh yeah, and the CPU connectors in 2 different spots.
Oh yeah. Okay, here. So I want to show everybody. So this is what we're talking about over here. So here's your 24 pin, right? On your one end. This goes into the back of the motherboard.
Now on a lot of motherboards they are separated, but not how they plug into the power supply. They got the front half of it on the top rail, and they got the smaller piece on the bottom rail. It's like, why?
What? I don't see that. I just see the main connector.
Yeah, and then right below it.
Oh.
See that, guys? He's like, oh.
Oh. What? That's a 10 pin.
Right, dude? I told you, it's weird.
I don't know which path are we working with. Thermal take, you need to read the thing, man. That's a little strange.
That's what I said.
That's a little weird. Not gonna lie. No, I'm gonna lie. Let's go get my little jack strappy.
Man, I just tucked everything right underneath that back rail, and it just stayed. I'm like,
Oh, right here?
yeah, right up underneath
Well, I
that.
have a Velcro strap that I usually put right here anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And it just so it sucks everything right there, and then I never have to worry about it. That's really what I do. But that's just me, because that's the way I like it. And I'm trained.
Yeah, I just tucked everything right underneath that rail, and you'll go up to it, and it's clean. I'm like, wow, just the wires come out exactly where you need them to go up to the components. I was like, oh, that's kind of nifty. That's why whenever I was building that on the last time, I'm like, oh wow, you can just kind of tuck everything. I'm like, hey, it stays.
It's the main reason why I like these specific cases.
Yeah, it kind of hides everything real nice.
Yeah. I only needed one SATA to run this stupid non-functioning GPU for just whatever it does. So I just needed the one SATA port. I just tucked the rest of it on this side panel over here. So I don't have to worry about it. Man. That one CPU is down at the bottom. I need to get to that before I start putting the first place. For sure. He said there's some strange sounds coming out of that breaker box.
You know it's pretty good whenever you're mining and it's and as you're mining, your breaker box gets warm enough to roast the marshmallow. Man, where did he go? He just walked off. Oh yeah, I was pulling 80% of the total power from a 100 amp fuse. But I was doing it through 230 amp fuses on the panels, so over 10,000 watts. So you know, not nothing big, you know.
Coming. I'm back.
Welcome
You
back.
stop talking crap about me now.
I know.
Sorry, my kids see me come out of the office and they were like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I said, "I don't know. What are you doing? You should be in bed." They're like, "Oh, well, I was thirsty. I bet you were. I bet you were." I love my kids. Ugh.
Damn. Dig deep miners. Like, he's got solar panels installed and produces about 1 megawatt a month. Wow.
1 megawatt?
Or, yeah.
I don't know about that. Produce 1,000,000 watts a month. I don't think that's possible for like residential.
That's like a
They find
lot,
some way to shut you down.
right?
They're like, yeah, let's go ahead and stop this guy. What? Matter which one is it?
Oh, we got a savage raid. Yo.
Yeah, Savage, welcome back.
Ugh.
Thank you for coming on in, my man.
Savage raid. As everybody gets rolling in here, guys, smash that Lizzie like button. Yo.
Oh,
With that like
It's like
button.
so far you've been putting this together for an hour.
yeah, 2 hours probably what we're going for. What the heck are we doing here? We're finishing the
The Saturday build of the FPGA water loops system.
Yeah. finishing up that build. Matter which end goes where. Hey, that one that's just like a straight 8 to 8. Does it matter which end should go into the?
No, just make sure it's in the CPU rail on there.
Yeah, I see what it's like. It's labeled CPU.
Yep.
At the top next to that weird 10 pin.
Yes.
Oh. There we go. Well, that one's gonna be a stretch. Why is that one gonna do that?
Pass it up.
Underneath.
Yeah. Have it come out from underneath the board right up over it.
Great, I can't see it. Let's drop the FPGA right on the face. I'm glad I did this. I would have never got that. Hopefully y'all got a nice clean view of this, maybe.
Get to see a pie screen, a nice side of a frame, and an ugly GPU.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Probably not that great of you then.
Struggling over there?
I mean, I was until I realized why I was.
Oh, green screen stuck in my back. Okay. Okay, that was a pain.
But look, it looks so nice.
Yeah, it does though. Well, it does. I dig it.
Ah!
Put a hash on it. So CPU fan, where this one's got to go.
Tech Man's like, hopefully this thing will ROI soon. It's losing a lot of hash being assembled. That is so true.
Been off for like what, 2 days?
Yeah, unfortunately.
So yeah, it needs to get hashing.
Yeah. Like now!
Now's a good time too.
Right?
Not mining advice or financial advice.
And remember to plug that single. Remember to plug that single wire into where the fan header for the CPU goes.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, perfect.
Like that. This fancy little start button. Which I don't know that I'm gonna plug in this time. So
Yeah,
now-
considering the board's got an on-off button on it.
Yeah. I've never had that.
I mean, I plugged mine in just because it, you know.
Well, with this with like this, the coin mine GPU sitting where it's sitting right now, it's kind of like I don't want to leave the Pi screen, like right where I've been having it. So I think I'm gonna like put it down over here anyway, and it's like gonna go right in front of where that power switch is gonna go. So I think I'm just gonna not worry about it.
I thought I muted that. That's.
That's my personal opinion. I don't know, what's your thoughts, everybody?
I mean, I probably would have the GPU plugged into the motherboard itself. That's how I've got mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nah. I thought about it. But I was like, I'll just leave it up there where it was.
Because like where you plug, well, where does the screen get plugged into?
What do you mean? Into here?
It gets plugged into that GPU still? Okay.
Well, I haven't tried it down there, so I mean, that could change. You know what I mean?
Because if you can
From the
plug,
last-
if it plugs into that motherboard and turns on, you don't need that GPU on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna hope for. Hoping for that. Which
Yeah, mine's got an HDMI on there, but I didn't. My CPU does not support onboard graphics.
You see an HDMI?
I can't see that. Oh, is your?
No, it's red USB.
Right. Yeah, you don't got one on there. It looks like no. There's no onboard. AMD is not very known for supporting onboard.
Oh well.
Dan the Dane's like, did you say pie screen? Use a 7-inch HDMI screen.
Yeah, I have a pie screen.
It's because it's got the touchscreen feature. Yeah, because those are touchscreen.
Yeah. But I don't have the touchscreen because it requires for the pie to be pinned out to the back of the pie, to the back of the screen. Technically, I've read of people making their own pins and pinning it out onto the pins on the board, like the motherboard. That technically it works, but I have not dug that far, nor do I really care. Like, it'd be really cool if I knew how to do it. Maybe one day I'll stumble upon it. I have some free time to do it. But it has a bright meow. But I mean, don't do it. I'll mark myself down in a second. Okay, fight this Molex then.
And there was also a cost difference on that screen too, wasn't there?
Between what?
Between like the like a regular HDMI screen versus that one.
About half the cost.
So bam.
Yeah, it was about like $30-something, I think. It really wasn't that bad. And like I can unplug it from there and like use it on a different, you know what I mean? Like I could just unplug it and move it if I really needed to. It's always nice to have that option, I guess. How much I hate Molex.
Why don't you tell us how much you hate Molex?
I really, really, really hate Molex.
Why? Why?
Well, I've been missing all of my chat because it's been like hidden behind my camera. Nicola, sorry, I missed missed all of that. It's a BCU 1525. It mines a lot of different coins. I think I might be mining Handshake when I get it back up and running. I think I'll have to reevaluate. Oh gosh.
Alright, I just popped your chat out. Hold on here.
The big power CPUs. Man, I've missed a lot of these messages. Sorry, guys. That's totally my fault.
Grits is like, I'll provide the crawfish. Crawfish, man. What? You in Louisiana?
You got them mud puppies? They good eating.
Right.
And there's some good eatings right there.
Mm-hmm.
And a whole bunch of them too. They don't fill you up. No, I really need more.
Yeah, Dan. The pie screen that he's got was like $35. So that's still less than what you pay, because he's got two 10-inch screens for $110, and that's still $55 a piece. So that's still $30 more.
Is that who's asking, Dan the Dane?
Yeah, Dan the Dane's like he's imported two of them.
If you go to my personal live stream right now on my channel, and you scroll down in the description, there's an affiliate link for it. I just can't easily grab it for Amazon. I mean, if you want to use it, appreciate it, but that will at least take you straight to the one that I'm using, quite literally. Because I imported two of them. 10 inches is nice. I like the 10-inch screen.
Right.
They were nice.
And he got him. I mean, he's all the way out in Denmark or something like that. Yeah. So I
wanted the 10, but whenever I was ordering this and getting all the parts ready for this, the first time around, of course, the human malware virus was going around, and the 10-inch was not available to be shipped to me in a reasonable time. And the 7 was. The 7 was available immediately. So I opted for the 7, just so that way I had it.
He's like, oh.
I totally would have used the 10. The 10's legit. But the 7's good too. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's a daisy chain of a mess. Interesting.
What?
Oh, that one screw where it won't go in now. There's some tension on it where I can screw it in.
Oh, snaps.
It's there is. Because of the weight of the thing sitting on it.
Yep.
No, not enough. It popped back out.
It is what it is.
Yep, it is what it is. It's just hanging out really far and it's bothering me. Even while I messed with it in the first place. All these. Out of my way. I always keep these twisty ties that you pull off of other cords.
Savage Mind's he just did a stream on Hashrate OS getting mining on CCX in 30 minutes. It's once you get used to it and you're just kind of if you were just doing it yourself start to finish, you would have been finished real quick. But because you were explaining it, it draws out the process just a little bit.
People ask questions, not in a bad way, but they ask questions and then you answer them and then you get sidetracked.
Yeah.
Life of a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Not saying it's a bad thing. That's how it happens. There.
Dana Dane's mount face mask and white sunglasses and everything will go smooth.
I thought about it, putting it all on. I can't see my screen. Scroll.
Yeah, Dana Dane. I mean, I use Hashrate too. It's pretty easy to utilize and all that good stuff. There's some things that I don't like about it, but after that, not horrible. It's better than running Simple Miner OS, and definitely a good alternative to Hive. My only issue that I have with them is I would like to have more control over what I can physically touch. So, building my own miner on there if I have to. Being able to input things onto the USB that, you know, because they've got everything locked down the way that they do, you know. But hopefully on the next update, the functionality of what I'm looking for will be there. Hopefully. One can cross their fingers.
Holy should have played these.
Savage is like, I downloaded the image, burned it, added it to the rig, booted it up, configured it, all that good stuff. Pool validation, 30 minutes.
Nice.
Dana Dane's like, Simple Miner OS, not that simple.
No, it's not.
Oh no!
It really isn't.
Oh my god! Yeah,
I'll put my head over for that one. No, it's not.
and for somebody who's like limited knowledge of like programming,
Especially if it's like your first operating system, like for mining.
like
Dude,
me.
You're SOL.
Oh, dude, like me.
Dude,
Oh my
you're SOL.
God.
You're at the grace of everybody in the community who hasn't made videos.
Yeah, and at that time there was nobody that was making videos on how to set bat files up and
Still
stuff
not
like
a lot
that.
of people making videos.
No.
Like, I mean, you make videos every now and then as well, but like, no one makes simple mining videos.
No, I haven't done a Simple Miner video in a long time.
So, now I normally run this dual splitter, right? Is that going to be safe to run off of?
Yes. Or you can do
It's the
that.
same cord.
Okay, so you can do that, okay?
Or should I just?
Or you just
Go
do
ahead.
that and then run a second one to it like I did. But that's to the FPGA. I did that too.
Right, that's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got two different cables hooked up to the splitter.
So not safe to do that.
You can, but it's not any different than just taking the 8-pin and plugging it into the back.
And I'm just going to plug the 8-pin into the back.
Because if you run the other way, what you're doing is you're still running the same amount of power through an 8-pin, but you're load balancing it on the power supply side. So, I mean, it's just kind of... Tell you, I've got one of them ran with a single wire, no issues with it, and I've got the other one ran with two, with the splitter in there. I mean, technically, the wire should be able to handle, 300 and some odd watts without an issue.
Right. I'll leave that one for the DC. I want to put it in because it's in the Is that really going to be the only one that is not going to be able to get capabilities? I will not.
And that is true, Savage. NVIDIA seems to work better for hash rate OS than AMD.
Oh.
They're like AMD. That
You get a lot of 511 errors on. I did anyway. On my AMDs.
Mm-hmm.
I also am not running AMDs anymore, except for the one that I have, but it's on Hive, so because I'm CPU mining with that computer. Now, whenever we get CPU mining on hash rate, I'll swap it over. But until then,
Savage is like, I almost got distracted, but he caught himself while he was doing his hash rate vid. Like, almost went off on a tangent.
you almost got me. There's all my power. What I do with the exact track?
Huh?
Oh, my big Velcro strap. I left it out. I thought I did.
It's probably sitting underneath the rig. Get this big thing hiding it.
No,
No, not this time. I'm good for that one.
not this thing. I have a small one, but you need the bigger one.
Sounds like a personal problem.
It is. It's totally not for me, but not gonna be anything.
That's something that you never want to hear your other half say to you. It's like, oh no, that's not even going to be big enough.
First aid horror stories. Oh, that's not gonna be good. Well, this isn't gonna work out then.
I'm out of here.
It's terrible.
If it's only that big, you're going to have to do that twice. You guys are nasty. Don't even think like that. He's going to have to put 2 zip ties on there. What are you thinking?
That was not big enough. I don't want to use this thing. I ain't doing nothing. I got one. It's good enough. That for that. Oh. So, yeah, there's that. I guess. Ugh. Alright. Now those are. That's for the VCU.
The wife gangstered my pen. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. Alright, so we're gonna go that to that.
Oh, she's straight gangster.
What's going on, guys? Well, he's gone to read the chat. Okay. Yeah, I try not to get distracted by the chat, but it happens. Dave Coyne says, probably dumb question, but is it possible to CPU mine, SMS, and GPU mine on the same rig? Yes. Nemesis actually has a video about that, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I
Go to Crypto and Hot Rods,
Crypto and Hot Rods.
I have a video with Simple Miner OS. Basically, I had to SSH into it. I had to sudo apt install cmake, and then you can build xmrig on there. I've got a whole video on there, so yeah, just look it up. I got you. I actually have, well, it won't show on yours, but I would show.
You share your screen with me.
Then if I share it, it won't show to everybody else on this side, because of how I'm capturing it over here.
Oh, because you're doing the cool way?
Yeah, I'm doing the cool way. He's like, nice, I'm gonna watch it. Awesome. Yeah, and if you got any questions, certainly hit me up in Discord. I mean, heck, I've even mining on the Raspberry Pi 4 here. That's on XMR. And I'm getting 114 hash a second with the core overclocked to a whole whopping 2 gigahertz. For an Raspberry Pi, that's actually pretty impressive. 2 gigahertz.
Travis says great vid on the setup. He has his running on xmrig at the moment. On the Pi 4?
Yeah. I'm glad that worked out for you. No, but I want to check that out. Travis, like, have I messed with the NVIDIA Jetson Nano?
Oh man, I wish, man.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm like, oh, that one in the AMD.
Panda, the Latte was super nice because it's got like 16 gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah.
I really want to play with there's one that just came out that's running a Ryzen 3.
Yes.
It's running a mobile Ryzen 3, which I really want to try, but I'm waiting to see them implement more into that. See them start coming out with different Ryzen chips, different mobile Ryzens, hopefully. Like Ryzen 5, Ryzen 7.
Yeah, the Jetson Nano is like 800 CUDA cores on it. Oh, giggity. Dude, 800 CUDA cores, you know what's funny? That little thing is going to have just as much power as Intel's freaking card coming out, because that's like, Intel's like 920 CUDA cores.
Yeah. It's insane. Okay, so... I mean, it started turning out all nice, and then like, wait till you see like the front of this thing. Now that I've like had to run all those wires, it's like I mean, it's still like neatly managed right there, but
yeah.
There's nothing you can do about that either.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're willing to get custom cabling and stuff like that, it's just not worth it.
It seems like it happens the most with the flat cabling.
Yeah.
Flat cabling's the worst. I love it because it's easy to move, but I hate it when it comes to like miners like this because it bunches up and you can't like roll it together into one big round log.
Yeah, unless you sit there, unless you're sitting there and you're routing every ribbon special just for how it needs to lay.
Right.
Then it's really nice, as long as you're willing to take that one little extra step.
What was that?
If you're on Hive OS, Hive OS will allow you to dual mine. So you can set the CPU up separate too. And I know I've got a video set up for it on Hive for mining XMRig. And then I think even so do you, right, Mikkel? Yeah, so we both got them. So you could sit there and feel free to watch either one of the videos and get yourself set up dual mining on Hive. I do not use XMRig on Hive though. Hive's implementation is broken.
I actually use it. Does it bother you?
I still have the issue that it switches over to Loki.
Mine does too, but it doesn't affect my payout. It's actually it's the pool. The pool that does it. They find it more profitable to mine Loki at some times, or it's been noted that that's their dev fee, because that's when they mine Loki.
You see, whenever and it's just with Hive that I have that issue. So if I mine anything else with XMRig, I don't have the issue with it switching over to Loki. So I think it's an implementation issue that I actually went through XMRig and fixed it myself, which was adding into it. What is it? XR/0. And that's the call out for the XMRig algo, and you put that in there, and for XMRig that stabilizes it on Monero. With Hive, it doesn't let you put that argument in. It's something that XMR stack on Hive allows you to actually set that argument so that it also stays mining Monero. I honestly just think it's a Hive issue. Because I can look at XMRig from my dashboards, and I never see Loki pop up on there at all, ever. So yeah, if you're gonna mine on Hive, just use XMR stack. Otherwise, I hate XMR stack. I hate giving them the dev fee. In my opinion, they don't deserve it. Their code for their miner is a little shady. Needless to say, and even the Monero community that mines, they have been feuding with XMR stack for a while.
What is the best way to install tube?
Huh?
The easiest to put the fitting on first?
No. Get the fittings onto the pieces and then just wiggle the hose onto it. Man, I've been trying to tell you, Kat, that I didn't want you up here. That's it. Kitty, you get to go on camera. Woo! Look at the kitty.
Kitty camera.
Yeah. That just happened. You wanna be up on my lap? It means you want to be on camera.
Don't get the sleeves.
Right, yeah. Sleeves are important because that's that is your hose clamp.
Yeah. They're both on there.
Yeah, crypto mining lifers like Loki mining has been dead for a while. He's like, I stopped when they forked. The only thing I didn't like about Loki was the devs were being too secretive. They didn't want to show their faces, all that other good stuff. I mean, I get it that they were trying to fit a theme to the coin. But, yeah. That's just like one step away from an exit scam. Oh, you don't even know who he looks like.
Huh. Is this thing gonna close all the way up?
You should be able to bottom the hose. Or are you talking about how it turns on there?
Yeah.
You should be able to bottom it out.
So, like, obviously this is it, like, closed up all the way, right?
Oh, yeah, that's gonna have a gap on it.
Yeah.
It's gonna have a gap on it.
Yeah, it's like right now it's like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't physically tighten it. You know?
Right, yeah. So, yeah, as long as it's like, I mean, I've probably got like an eighth inch gap on a lot of them, eighth to a quarter inch.
I totally should have cut that hose before I put that on. Well,
You know that the whole adage of measure twice, cut once.
yeah.
Who does that?
We need a part 3, dude.
Ran out of hose, part 3. Yeah, you're probably gonna want to cut it down a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Pull it out and from the other side. Get it out from underneath in front of the fans.
I was
where you.
I was just marking it.
Oh.
Calm down over there.
No, I don't want to. Who does that around here? No, I have no idea what you're doing.
I don't either, man. I don't even got no cool shears like you do either.
Hey man, those shares belong to the Family Mine LLC.
It's like shares, it's like shears.
Oh, I thought you said shares. I'm like, we don't have any shares.
Nope.
No, I just got some really cool scissors.
So I said shears.
They're scissors.
They're shears.
They come apart.
Oh, that scares me.
What?
This one? The way I was like pushing it on. I was like, I'm gonna break something.
Like, I don't wanna.
Can't make me.
I don't wanna.
How did I do?
Stop it. Dig Deep's like, damn cat. Dane's like, I've got a cat here too.
Yeah, me too. I actually locked mine out of the room.
I really can't do that because I'm
Yeah.
in the living room.
Yeah. Not sure what to do. I'm new. I don't know what to do. Shame.
Ooh.
Blind the camera.
Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. So now you get to make the decision if you're just going to loop to CPU to FPGA or you're going to use a splitter.
I mean, like, oh, I mean, go from like here straight into the CPU.
No,
and-
pump the CPU.
Oh, yeah. So pump.
Pump to CPU, CPU to FPGA, FPGA to cooler back to reservoir.
I like that. I like that idea.
Right. It'll
That saves me
it'll
two
look
extensive fittings for whenever I get the second BCU, and I can tie that BCU into with these.
right.
You know what I mean? I think, right? Yeah. Because it'd be BCU, CPU, or CPU, BCU.
And then BCU to reservoir.
Right. But for right now, I can just one loop it.
Right. Yeah, because the CPU is not gonna throw off enough heat to affect the FPGA.
Right. Later down the day, he says gonna head out. It's 4:30, and I got a meeting at 8:30. Oh man, please get some sleep.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Thank you for being here. You rock.
You're awesome, dude. Man, I want to use these, but then like I feel like doing it that way would be a whole lot simpler
Right.
for now. So I have to
Either
get-
you're gonna build it to where they both get fresh coolant each time, or you're building them in a series.
I think for now I'm just gonna loop it.
Run them in series.
Huh?
You're just gonna run them in series instead of parallel.
Yeah, just
Okay.
there to there to there, or
Up.
come out here into the BCU.
Right. All right. Get plumbing.
Figure that'd be probably the easiest for me,
It would be.
and it's not gonna hurt it.
No.
Big where it
No.
forms.
I had both FPGAs in parallel until I'd gotten new fittings for my
Right.
distro block. So I mean, I didn't do any harm there.
Yeah, and you didn't really see any noticeable difference.
No.
I mean, there was a difference, but not like insane difference.
No.
Oh, wow. That's a good snug fit on that one. Jeez. Alright.
Measure your hose before you start plugging it in. You don't need to loop it up that high.
That's what I'm trying to like stuck. There's a screw right there where the pump's plugged into.
Tech man's get the plumbing, the man said.
I like that. But no easy way to do that. That bar is like right. Really see this. One second. Hold on 1 second, please. Oh, hold on.
Dead life. Oh boy. The star of attention just got pulled away by dad life. So it looks like he's got to do, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 more hoses, and then he can start putting in coolants and checking for leaks. Yeah, dig deep. Daddy duties. Oh, yes. He doesn't have a pressure tester, actually. Actually, neither do I. That's fancy tools. And the ones for the cars don't necessarily fit. You don't get any benefit for running mineral oil inside the loop, and it would be pretty thick to move with the pump. It's basically denatured water with like anti-corrosion and anti-metal inhibitors and stuff like that in the coolant solution. Crypto mining lifer, make it fit. I probably could, but I'm not going through it. They actually make a little pressure tester for water loops, but I've never gone through the hassle of doing that. No. Right, yeah, coolant pressure tester. If you can get an adapter to go down to a small little... no, vegetable oil neither. That won't really work either. The oil is just too thick. it'll start burning out pumps and stuff.
Alright. Sorry, everyone. God bless.
And Tech Man, the next thing you're gonna be like is like, will 8090 weight work on there? And the answer is, I wouldn't waste my money on it.
I hope I didn't just
1540. Oh my god. Coolant. Coolant.
cooler, man.
And yes, you can use like radiator coolant like you would for your car, but I don't know how bad it's gonna be on the pump over time.
Right.
Kryptomine and Lifers like Prestone. Give it the Prestone touch. 50-50 water coolant. So the big difference between like using radiator fluid versus like mod water or something like that from Mod My Mods is that like if you were to get like a pre-made Dexcool, or well, you wouldn't want to even use Dexcool, it'd be ethylglycol. It's got rust inhibitors, and that works for steel products, and it doesn't have anything to stop different metals from playing around with each other through the fluid, because a lot of people don't realize you take two dissimilar metals and separate it by an electrolyte, which would be water, coolant, whatever it is. And if you start moving the water, you're going to start creating friction. And over time, with the two different metals, they'll start catching a charge. Yeah. And as soon as they start catching a charge,
game over.
Yeah, it's basically you're running the risk of it discharging through your PC. But the big issue that you're going to have is that you're going to start having electrolysis. And what that will do for you is it will actually start eating away at the fittings and turning it into pot metal, basically, where it's going to have grooves, dimples in it. It's just going to start eating the metal away because whenever you've got a battery charge, you also turn the solution into an acid. And as soon as you've got the acid, it just your loop is done. Distilled water would be way, way, way better.
Nice. I cut this too short.
Hey, look, that's the FPGA one.
Huh?
That's for the FPGA now.
They won't even reach to that.
Uh-oh.
What in the world? It won't fit, but it'll be like the way it's going to pull.
As long as it's not, like, kinking, you're
not
good.
It's just the really, really... I don't like that. Don't want to do something from there to there.
Yeah, Tech Man, all copper loop for the win.
Dang it, dude. That's not gonna happen.
So what's going on? Show us. You're like keeping the build a secret right now.
I guess y'all can't see that. This is too short.
What does it look like when you get it up on there?
You can't. That's the thing. Because of the angle.
Angle of the dangle, huh? He's like crypto mining libraries. He cut it 3 times and it's still too short.
I need a hose stretcher.
Right.
Really bad. It's on there right now. Without the other stupid bar one.
Because like as long as it's not.
Put the thing on the beach.
Now, did it go over all? Did it bottom out the hose?
I mean, it was until I let go of it. I just bottomed out right now.
Okay, now lock the collar down.
Probably won't load down.
Make it. Anyone buying the new Z15?
Not me personally.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, unknown crypto. I would actually agree with myself personally with crypto mining lifer. Either get the 5700 non-XT and just BIOS mod it over, or get the 5600 and you can BIOS mod it and it'll act like a low-powered 5700.
It's on there.
Is it like a hard bend on it?
Yeah.
And I'd say it's good. As long as you've got the hose bottomed out and the collar's down, you're good.
I don't think it's a hard one.
No, not at all. That's nice. That just looks really clean.
It's like,
Dude, that looks like fucking... Oop, I'll take that one, but...
I've cursed at least like 4 times and I haven't even marked it down. It's fine. This one's gonna cost. I'm gonna put myself down for $1.25. Yeah, I mean, like, it was on there, man, but it was just very, like, it kept wanting to come off by itself.
Yeah, because it's like you're putting just the right bend on it that you can start twisting it off. But now that you've got it locked in, you're good.
Fingers crossed.
No, that's kind of how one of my hoses are too.
Because now I have a really short hose and I can't use it.
Well, You need to make 2 more hoses.
I got like this really big hose.
Nice. So you should have enough hose.
Oh, I'm sure.
So.
Oh. This will be the longest one, I think. This one will be interesting. We'll have to loop around for this one.
Yeah, it comes up, goes back, and then you're basically making an S.
It's going to take a lot of hose. Just like that.
And I would go to the bottom. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to the bottom one. Woo.
Trying to take everything down with a hose, huh?
Let's hope for the best on this one. Where that mark is. You get in the light, you can't see your leg. Moved the rig where y'all can see it, and now it took off, now it took my light. Neck. Gonna have to do a video pulling the plates and another thermal improvements. Yeah, how did all that go, buddy? Did it all work out for you? Or did you get all of them done?
Huh?
I'm talking to Crypto Mining Lifer. Yeah, classic back plates. Yeah, I know that. Very different. I don't want to go on.
I don't wanna.
Can't see it. Feels bottomed out. Looks bottomed out on the screen. So I can't see it when at any angle. DCA Adventure. Where's my wrench? No, you.
Yeah.
Sure I can keep tightening it without moving the bottom fitting. we go.
Oh, Tech Man's like, if anyone wants to know what the problem is with crypto, just look at the current coin chart. I know. There's so many not Bitcoins. But there's only one Bitcoin. And it's always been the first one on the page.
I'm surprised the Ethereum Classic moved so far down.
Because people are hodling that right now. They're like, I'm going to hold on to this. This is good stuff.
Right in my way.
You know, some of that stuff, Tech Man, I don't really some of them, yes, is a scam. Some of them I just look at as like penny stocks, to be honest. So what's nice about penny stocks is if you find one that's awesome, you're gonna nail it out of the park. Okay. Problem is that you're so speculative. You're so speculative trying to find the diamond in the rough that's gonna take off.
That was a nice one.
So, ooh, look at that.
Just gonna go enough. I like that one. That one's nice.
Right.
Alright. Fingers hurt. Fingers hurt pushing all that pipe. Sorry, joke.
Jam that hose in there.
Can we just dunk all of your cards, Crypto Mining Library? Not that we're developing like a kit or anything, but you know what I mean? We could. Wait, how's this go? Oh. What? Hold on.
Radiator to radiator, and then you got to do from radiator back to reservoir.
Yeah. Just a weird. Could be a weird. I don't know. I'm not going to oppose for that.
Mineral oil works. It's messy and destroys anything with the consistency of rubber. Dig Deep's like, my wife's into crypto and she holds vet. And Crypto Miner Lifer is like, yes, very messy. Yeah, mineral oil is like for testing. Hey, proof of concept, it worked. Problem is it actually does not play nice with PC components like capacitors that have the rubber seals on the bottom.
Pretty easy.
Huh?
He said very messy. Changing a riser beef something. No, it'd be easy.
Yeah, it'd be easy. It's just you're going to be changing risers out because the capacitor died. You're going to change out the motherboard because the capacitors died.
Yeah, the mineral oil does, yeah.
Yep.
I wouldn't ever dunk anything in mineral oil.
Never. They've got synthetic stuff that works a whole lot better. Like Blue Mead or Delvac, that stuff. Yeah, the engineering fluid, but you're looking at like, what was it, like $10 a gallon or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So it's expensive.
Yeah. It makes more sense if you're going to do that on a large scale.
Right. Still gotta fill this thing.
Yeah.
Well, the nice thing is that upon doing this, I just have this one hole that I have to fill right here, and I can just pop this out and hang it over here away from everything.
Right. Dig Deep's like, I use dielectric fluid. Now, just you got to make sure that the dielectric fluid that you're using will play nice with the capacitors. Not all of them are the same. And yo, what's up, Presto? My man, how's it going?
I don't have enough hose.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Definitely not kidding me.
Go over the top of the radiator.
I am.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no physical way. There's not even a possible way.
Wow.
That doesn't even make sense.
So they gypped you on hose. Now, how much hose were you supposed to get with the kit?
2 meters.
Well, that's little over 6 feet. Because they gave me like, Diamond Tech gave me like 10 feet. But I wasn't plumbing in a separate reservoir like you are.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. Stay tuned for next week.
Bullshit. God damn, no physically like possible way. It doesn't even. No. No.
Yep, Cryptomine and Lifer's like, I guess we're gonna have a part 3. Yo! Yeah, because like you can bring it from the FPGA to the radiator, but then you have no more hose, right?
Yeah, it's like I have this piece of hose.
You need one more piece.
After I make this one run, I'll have this much hose.
And then the other hose is just as small, right?
It'll be longer, but not long enough to complete any of these bins. Like these bins that I have left are really tedious. Like, I don't know. Like,
Because, like, you just need to go from the top
port,
to top port.
Top port to top port isn't going to happen. I guess maybe. Maybe? No.
It's not going to do it with the shorty hose.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. But at a hard angle like that.
That'll work. As long as you just slip on the hose.
I have like this much hose left. But even then, got to go from up here, behind this fan, right here where my finger is,
Well,
all the way to here. It's got to come like either up and around or under and around.
or you don't plug that fan in and you bring it right through the fan blade.
Lose those last man. The chance which exists.
Works for me. That's funny that the hose actually fits between the blades like it was made to be. Now you just eliminated a bend.
It's the worst.
Or you can make it even easier on yourself.
What?
So if you take the one that's on the very front of the pump, the reservoir, rotate the whole cylinder sideways so that the other fitting is level with where the water line will be.
Okay.
And then you can route that hose onto that side and then run the bottom radiator directly to the reservoir through the fan blades. And you've only got one turn. You've got one bend, so you eliminate, you lengthen your hose from doing that.
Pinky fan addictions. Best for time competition, man.
Right.
Yeah, just send the whole thing to me. There's no need for the headache, man.
Oh, nice. Good, David Coins. He's like, thanks again for the info. Great video. He's got 1275 hash on Simple Miner OS. Yo.
Nice, dude.
Nice. If you haven't, I hope you subscribe to me while you're over there. I'm just saying. So I solved your problem. So
it still doesn't solve my problem because
Sure.
then it's too close to the BCU. Once I put that piece on here, it'll be like right at the. I can move the BCU over, but then they're moving it further, even further away. I'm gonna still need more hose.
Does that short hose fit as a straight run to the reservoir from the bottom fitting through the fan?
No, it doesn't have enough. There's not even enough hose to have a bend on that. Have a bend like that to come through here. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's got to have like enough hose to have a hard bend without kinking it to come out and then directly back in. It's gonna break. It's gonna break that fan blade in the process.
It's like either that, you're breaking fan blades, and you're flipping the whole radiator the other direction, so the fittings go right through the through the fan. As he sits there and looks at it. I saw that look. I don't even have to see what you just did. You gave it the panda look. And that solves all your length issues. Hey, maybe all the screw holes on the other side are not broken.
Oh, Lord.
I've never looked at a fan as an option to go through, dude.
Tech Man saying the same thing is, could you not flip the fan over and use the last fan, and ditch the last fan? I mean, you could, but then you have no fan here, and then you're relying on just these two brackets to hold all.
Or
of
you
it.
just punch out the insides of that fan, flip the whole radiator, and just stab it through. Be like, yo, it's my space now.
I have a crappy fan too, like laying around.
It's like I could sacrifice to the cause.
I don't want to do that, man. I don't know what to do.
You got options, so.
No, not even. You can't even do that then, because the fan blade would line right up to where this frame would be, like where these would be. It'd be right on the frame.
Oh, okay, yeah. I wasn't sure how that was gonna play out.
Yeah, when I got it to the other side, you can see it.
Yeah.
They're like directly
Yeah,
on
so
this fitting.
You need more
Would be
hose.
like this is literally the fitting. Like the edge of this is where the edge of that other fan is,
Ah,
and it's like the fitting is on the other side of that line.
right. Oh, bummer.
But it wouldn't even have worked. Dang it. That would have been a good one.
Yeah, it would have been, dude.
That would make it onto Red Panda's. I probably would have posted that on there. So I'm like, they just cut a fan. They just destroyed a fan to put a hose through there.
That's
Dang.
too funny. Womp womp. Alright, well, you got to get more hose. We got a third video for you guys. Stay tuned. For sure.
I'll live finish crap tomorrow.
Alright, cool. You heard it here. We're going live tomorrow.
Stupid.
He's been bested twice now. From a kit that should have had everything in it. And think about it this way. If you would have sat there and used those splitter blocks, you would have never had enough hose no matter what.
Not necessarily.
No. The runs would have been the same.
Why would have less hard bends like that?
Right. No, not really. The one behind the FPGA would be the only one you would eliminate.
No 90-degree fittings. I wish. If I had 90-degree fitting right here, dude, that'd be like amazing.
right? A 90-degree fitting with an extension on it.
Oh man.
So, unfortunately, stay tuned for the next one, guys. Or, oh, dude, you got 2 hoses. You can sit there and put a barb in between them.
I don't have a plug.
No, not that. No. All you'd have to do, you don't even have to get hose repair kit. Where you can actually slide them 2 together. It's low flow.
So wait till tomorrow to do that.
Yeah. I'm giving options at this point. If you can't find enough hose, right? That would be your other option.
Right.
So you get like a hose repair kit that would slide in. It's like a barb that goes into the hoses, like for like a air compressor hose repair kit.
Yeah.
And then you hose clamp onto that. Good to go. That's if you can't find another clear hose like you've already got, so that it looks clean.
Right.
Because as soon as you put that hose repair kit, it's going to be like, oh yeah, this guy's a car junkie. How can you tell? Hose clamps. That's kind of garbage that they really only gave you enough kit there to hook up one FPGA off the pump.
This is actually supposed to be enough to set up 2 BCUs.
There's no way, unless it's that you're going one direction with everything, and because
Unless you already had like hose.
Yeah, or you already had somewhat of the setup going. That's horrible. But, yeah. We will see all of you guys, I guess, tomorrow then.
Yes. I'm defeated.
Once again, unfortunately. So, alright guys, I guess we're going to call it a night here since we have been live streaming for 2.5 hours. Thank you all for being around, guys. Definitely smash that Lizzy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification on Crypto McKell's and on DCA. Yo, definitely. Go up over to his channel, check that out, all that good stuff. Give our boy some, everybody type FA for my man McKell. Type FA in the chat right now. FA, because that was fucking awesome still.
Hey, thanks, Dick. I appreciate it.
FA in the chat. Now. We got a 1 FA. 12 people in there. Oh, we got 2. We got 2.
Yeah, I see.
Spam it. Spam it for McKell.
For real.
At least we got one of you guys to start spamming it.
Hammer coins spamming it on my channel. Thank you.
Oh yeah, sweet, yo. See, you got some love over there. Oh, Dan the Dane even flipped up over there and spammed it in there too.
Love it, guys. Y'all are awesome. Thanks for sticking around through this.
Right. And we'll definitely see you all tomorrow.
Yep. So, later, guys.
Yeah, hey, just remember, even I didn't get it all done on the first day, because I had leaks on mine.
I ain't even got to that part
Hey, this is like more true to life. You know, you see those car shows on TV, and you know, in a half hour, they build a $75,000 car in a half an hour.
Yeah, right.
My ass. You're talking, you know, 10,000 hours on the thing that they just compressed in 30 minutes and took the highlights. You don't see them failing the 150 times. Having a leak here and there, you know. I built my Chevy 350 motor for my Nova. Had an oil leak. Oh, and it gets even better. When I went to go fix that oil leak, I broke the brass fitting in the block, so I had to, because of where it was at, I had to take the intake off to get my tool down into it.
Right.
Oh, that was amazing. Amazing. So,
The show, guys. Show for show.
so with that, guys, we'll definitely see you tomorrow. Stay tuned for part 3. Yo!